Hey, how's it going everybody? It's Ocean back on some New World, and today we're going to be talking about 3 farming locations that I like to go to get expertise bumps and to make some money. And we're just going to start this thing right off with Mordecai over here at the Sky Song Crypt. If you guys do not know where this is located, it's right next to Brimstone Sands, but it is actually in Ebonscale Reach. If you come here to the Wakala al-Owaha outpost, I set that as my inn. You can just run over a little bit east to the Sky Song Crypt. And Mordecai is going to be spawned right in this spot right here. The reason a lot of people farm at this location, as you can see, is because there is Slayer, Rosalind, and Ivan the Inevitable real close by. You can pretty much kill all 3 of these bosses in about 2 to 3 minutes. Mordecai spawns every 2 minutes, so you can kill all 3 in about 3 minutes, get a bunch of expertise bumps. But the reason why I'm talking about Mordecai is because Mordecai can drop the ephemeral seal shards and the ephemeral seals. Now, he will drop an ephemeral seal shard every time you kill him, so every 100 kills, you will get enough shards to craft into the legendary version. Mordecai can drop the legendary version of this seal as well, and as you can see, there's buy orders for about 3,300 and sell orders for about 5,000, which means every kill you have a chance of getting the legendary version, but you're also getting a shard, and those shards make it worth about 30 to 50 gold per kill. You can also get the Stonecutter Pants, but depending on your server, those don't really go for too much. But a very good farm. Next up we have is Sesa over here in Ebonscale Reach. I like to fast travel to the Pilgrim's Rest and then just take the road north. And then you're going to run through the jungle a little bit, all the way up to Serenity Sanctuary. Now, with Sesa, there is some star metal that spawns inside the cave, as well as some ironwood on the outside. I don't like running inside the cave, but the ironwood would be a good idea to chop down for a little bit extra gold. Sesa does take 20% more slash damage and 30% more fire damage. And in the background here, I'm going to show you guys how I like to go about killing Sesa. I start off by killing just that one striver right there, and then Sesa spawns in the back, and I shoot my arrows from him there. I kill the Shriver first because that way I just don't have to deal with it within the fight, and it will not respawn while you're fighting Sesa. And this way we just get him out of the way. Then I just pretty much stick with the bow. He has pretty readable attacks. There's only about 3 or 4 attacks, so he's not super hard to kill. When you're dealing with the mobs, it does become a little bit more difficult. But other than that, not too tricky. And the reason we like to kill Sesa, once again, you can get expertise bumps, but you're looking for the weaponsmith shoes. Depending on your server, these things can go for a pretty decent amount. And according to New World Database, you do not need to have any specific luck percentage for this one. You just need to be at least level 51. And, well, you're not going to be really killing Sesa if you're lower than 60 anyway, so you should be good, and you can get the blue weaponsmith shoes. And depending on your server, you could probably sell these weaponsmith shoes for still somewhere into the thousands, even a couple thousand. Really depends on your server. Mine here has the lowest sell order at 1,800 and the highest sell order at 2,400. So I just profited probably around 1,500 to 2,000, depending on how long you want to wait to sell these items. And lastly, we have Isfari, located here in Eden's Grove, and I like to spawn here at the Gatherer's Road and just take this thing all the way up north to Isfari's Isolation. Isfari does have the same weaknesses as Sesa, 20% slash and 30% fire damage. I think this one is a little bit more difficult, which is why the engineer boots are actually going to be a little bit more expensive. I like to take out this first Prim Wolf right here. And then once we do take this Prim Wolf out, you are able to actually mine it for 1 or 2 star metal. But I like to wait for Isfari to get a little bit more forward and to the left. And once he gets about right around there, that's your best option of not aggroing any of the other mobs that are in there. So any of the wolves or even the Shriver that's way back there. And then once you get him out here, the terrain is a little bit more tricky to run around, but he has the same moveset as Sesa, so it's pretty easy to take him down and be consistent with it. Again, the only tricky part is not aggroing any of the other mobs that are inside of the cavern. Obviously, if you're not using a ranged weapon, this gets a little bit more tricky, but you do have better probably healing abilities with healing on damage done, like with the great sword and stuff like that. But yeah, if you do have a ranged weapon, this is probably the best way to do it. Kill the first wolf and then wait for him to be on the far left, and that is how you can take him out pretty easy. And again, you can mine this wolf here for some star metal. And same with Sesa, you can get some expertise bumps here, but the main reason we're here is to get those engineer boots, or shoes I should say. They are going to drop in as purples, and these things can sell on the market for a pretty good penny. Again, these are going to be a little bit more just because it is a little bit more tricky to kill Isfari than it is to kill Sesa. And as always, it does depend on the server that you're in, but for the engineer shoes on mine, you can see the lowest sell order here is about 2,200, so you're getting a little bit more money than you are with the weaponsmith shoes. It just depends on which one you can kill easier. Alright, that's going to be it for this video today, guys. Hopefully this gave you some information. If you already knew these spots, then I'm sure you guys have a high expertise and some probably pretty good money already stashed up. But again, thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully this video did help you out, and I'll catch you guys all later on my next video.